Good morning, good afternoon or good evening, and welcome back to Salvage Rescues. And today we are on the final episode of the Fiat 500 mild hybrid. As you can see behind me, it's about where we left it in the last episode. All I've really done is filled the coolant up with the proper coolant liquid. I put this little air duct, I don't really know what it's called, but what bolted to the slam panel. And also I had forgot to put this like air guide in the front there, so I had to take the front crash bar off again, and or the upper crash bar, and install that. Everything's back from the paint shop, so all the bumper, the bonnet and the wing are back from the paint shop. So today we will be installing them. I will go through the costs at the end of the video. So I've had to do a lot of research to look back on what I've spent, but I have got a cost figure there. So I will go through that at the end of the video if you stay tuned. And yeah, so that's what we're doing. So I'll get you set up on a tripod, and then we'll first thing we'll do is we'll install the two bonnet hinges, then we'll install the lights, and then we'll install the bonnet, and then we'll move on to installing the wing after that, and then the bumper last. So I have made the bumper up, so I have put all the chrome trim on it, etc., so that's ready to go. Oh, one thing I was going to say, in the last video I said I only had one headlight. I didn't, I actually had two. That one what I thought was been sent wrong was actually one of the fog lights. My mistake. So as you see there, I've got both headlights, near side and offside. So yeah, I didn't have to buy another headlight after all. But yeah, so let's get you set up on a tripod. Hopefully the weather's gonna hold out. The weather isn't that fantastic today compared to what we have had. It's a bit been a bit wet this morning, but hopefully the weather will hang out or hold out, sorry. One thing I wouldn't be able to do is, you see there's a crack in the windscreen, so I've booked that in for a new windscreen. Unfortunately it's half term next week, so they can't get me until the week after, but I have got a price on that, so I'll cover that in the costs later. So yeah, so enough of the waffling and the rambling, and I will set you up and we will commence this final episode, I hope. Okay, ta-da for now. So that's the bonnet and the wing on. Still need a fine little bit of tweaking, but as you can see in the time lapse I went up and down with the bonnet quite a few times. The colour match doesn't look that great on that side. I just need to move that wing a little bit looking at that now. But it looks really good on this side, so I assume that's just because it's dirty. When the bonnet's down it looks a good match. So I'm now going to install the bumper. Like I say, I've made up the bumper up, so put all the fog lights in, spotlights and everything, so that's ready to go. All the grills are on. Dude, I just got to put the foam absorber on, so yeah, the wings are just held into place with these little sort of self-tapping screws here. So there's a couple on the top there, there's a bolt there, they're just a 10mm socket, and a couple in the under arch there, you can see them. And then the bonnet, obviously I got new hinges, as I said in the last clip. That's just 10mm sockets again. But yeah, still need to tweak it, but I thought I'd get the bumper on first, make sure everything's in line, and then I can finally tweak the bonnet to get that in line with the wings and everything. So yeah, so I'll set you up again on the time lapse, and we'll install the bumper. And yeah, that must have moved back slightly, that wing, because there was a nice gap in there before, so I just need to pull that forward again. But yeah, okay, so yeah, so I'll get the bumper on and then tweak everything else. Okay, ta-da for now. Right, that's it all together now. I need to take off this inner arch liner to get the bolt into there. It still seems the bonnet wants to come over a little bit on this side. The gap's good. Gap along the front is good. Around the lights, gap up there is good, and it's a little bit level there. So I'm going to play about with that wing, I think, because that wing's got a bit of play in it, as you can see. So that might make that look a bit better. But yeah, apart from that, all I've got to do now is get it up on the ramps, and then put the under tray on. Oh, and that indicator, like I say, gap down the door is now good. Let me open the bonnet for you. So yeah, really the bumper is only held in place with these torque screws there, 4 of them along the top, 2 on each side of the bumper. Oh, and also I had to take, as you can see, the end of that is broken off, and that's the wing thing, and so I had to take off the old wing and bolt it to the new one, because I couldn't get this gap right along the wing here because of that broken bit on the end there. So I removed that from there and put that on there. Colour match isn't too bad. They do look a bit bright, but I think this is just very dirty. So, because when you look against the old wing, it's good. It's a little bit brighter, but the bonnet is really good. You got to remember, plastic always sprays a little bit different colour to see the wing's really good compared to the bonnet, sorry. So yeah, oh, one thing I need to do is just test the lights as well, don't I? I plugged all the lights in, so we'll do that now. I'll test to make sure all the lights work. Don't really know how lights work on this. Yep, so that one's on. Yep, that one's on. high beam. Yeah, so the high beam's on there. Oh, it's not on that one. I'm glad I checked. Right, so let's we've still got that arch line off there, so it's unplugged. It's unplugged, as you can see there, look. So let's plug that back in. Right up. And she's on now, good. Good, so high beam and main beam are okay. Where are the fog lights? Do anyone know where the fog lights are? Fog lights. There's a little symbol there to say they're on. Oh, we've got one on. The other one isn't on. Right, so that's something else we need to look at. I can't remember which one was the new one and which one was the old one. We'll have a look at that, make sure that's, when we get that arch line on, make sure that's plugged in correctly. Indicators. Ticking normally now, so yeah. Yeah, that's good. So just need to put that, well, it's working, you see it down there. Just need to put that in. So yeah, it's good. So, yeah, so I think, like I say, there's only bits and pieces left. So I think what I'll do is I'll run through the costs now. Of how much this has cost me. Like I say, I won't put none of that scuttle panel on until after it's had its windscreen done. So I'll just keep playing with that bonnet, see if I can get that a bit lined up better. Like I say, I'll undo the wing and push that in a little bit, I think. But yeah, she runs okay. Right. So I think what I'll do is run through the costs now, and then yeah, I think that's good enough for this. Okay, so I'll see you inside. Ta-da for now. Right, as always, total transparency on the channel. So we'll now go through the costs for the Fiat 500. So the purchase price from Copart was £2,150. And then, as we all know, the legendary Copart fees were £575. So these are, as always, rounded up or rounded down to the nearest pound. And then fill for collection, that's local to me, so allowed £40 for fill. All the front end parts, so the parts pre-paint, so, you know, bumper, bonnet, all the trims for the behind the bumper, you know, foam absorber, that sort of thing, come to £1,378. So a new radiator, etc. It didn't include the aircon condenser because I had to get that from somewhere else. So I got all them parts from eBay, and then the aircon condenser was 153. And then the new, or a wing, because I brought the new wing and then I found a cheaper second-hand one. So the wing was 110, the green one, what I installed. And then the new belt, if you remember back in the first episode, it was a non-runner, so I had to buy that new auxiliary belt. So that was £33. And then post paint, so all the additional bumper trims for all the chrome grills for the front and yeah, the badge, everything post paint comes at £275. And then paint was actually quite expensive because the bonnet and the wing wasn't quite in the condition that I thought it was, so that come to £500 for the paint, and then we've got to MOT it, so that'll be £45. Aircon regas, I've allowed £100 for the aircon regas. A new windscreen is 200, what the hell am I doing? £288, so that's 240 plus that. And then I will give it a service, because even though it's only done 3,000 miles, it's been sitting around for quite a while. So new oil filter, air filter, etc. comes to £45. So that gives me, for the Fiat 500, that gives me a grand total of £5,692. Now, as always, I've looked on eBay, I've looked on Auto Trader. There's a Cat S1 for sale on eBay, and that's for 7,000. It's done 25,000 miles, so this one's only done 3,000 miles. But I don't think I'll push it. I think I'll pitch it around the same price, so £7,000. Give me a pre-tax, pre-fee profit of £1,300. So it doesn't sound a lot, but to be fair, it's only probably took me 4 days to do it, so all in all, not too bad. It's been a long project. I've had it for a long while, but I've obviously been doing other projects in the meantime, so I'm glad that one's finished. So all in all, about £1,000 profit by the time you take away the advertising fees and all that, so not too bad at all. So yeah, that's it for the Fiat 500, end of the series. So as always, if you feel like subscribing, please do. If you like the comment, please give it the thumbs up, turn on your notifications, and also if you got any comments, advice, anything you want to discuss with me, please leave it in the comment section below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I do answer every single comment, okay? So apart from that, everyone, it's ta-da for me, and I'll see you next Tuesday at 7 PM. Ta-da for now.